Okay, we are continuing with domain and range. So make sure you look back at slide 25 for reminders. For the slides that we're doing today, we have continuous relationships. It means where the lines or points are connected. On slide 26, we just have had coordinates or points, ordered pairs, and the lines or the points were not connected. So if we look at slide 27, let's look at the domain for this line. See how the line continues to infinity in both directions? So our domain, if we were to look at the x-axis, x can be any number that's a real number. So domain is all real numbers. I'm going to make my text color white. All real numbers. We can also write it as, let's see, I need to do some text. So do a text box. We can also write it as an inequality where you go from negative infinity. Do y'all remember how to get the infinity sign?
Yeah.
Insert special characters. You can draw your infinity sign. That's funny. A fish. So it's negative infinity is less than, domain is x, so x is less than, then we need infinity again. I'm just going to copy this, Control C, Control V for infinity, and make this bigger. So the infinity sign is found under Insert Special Characters. Okay, the next one, number 14, is the range of this black line here. With range, we're looking at the y-axis. So we're seeing how high and how low how low can it go, and then how high it can go. On the y-axis, this is going to continue down to infinity. And then how high can it go? It's going to continue up to infinity. So this again is all real numbers. And we could write it just like this, negative infinity to positive infinity. So I'm going to copy this and then paste it over here. But the only thing different is the variable that goes with range. Range is your y numbers. So it'd be negative infinity is less than y is less than infinity. That means y is between negative infinity and positive infinity. Okay, 15 and 16 are the same graphs. We're going to identify the domain for 15, the range for 16. So what we want to look at is we want to look at, for domain, is the x's. So I'm only going to look at the x-axis. So let's start at the origin and look where my mouse is. It's right here. I'm going to see how far left the x values will go. How far left will it go? -7. So remember how we boxed it in? So get a line. It goes to -7. So I can box it in like that. I'm going to change the color to blue. And then make it a little bigger. So it goes to -7. And then how far right does it go? You're looking at how far right the line goes.
Oh, it's 6.
Goes to 6. So I need the same line. So I'm going to click on it, Control C, Control V to get another one just like it. So the domain is going to go from -7 to +6. So do -7. And because it's not included, it's just a less than symbol. Less than X. And since we're going from least to greatest, it's a less than symbol. Is less than 6. So what this really means is that the X values are between -7 and +6. Okay, and now the range is the Y values. So now we want to go on the Y-axis. Y-axis is your vertical. So you start at the origin and you go down on the Y-axis. So how far down does the line go? -4. So let's draw a line on -4. This time I'm going to do my line color red. And then how far up does it go? To +5. So Control C and Control V on that line so I can have another one. Yeah, it goes up to 5. Oh, I could have made it a little thicker too. So this could actually box it in. Click on the blue lines, Shift, click on both blue lines and hold down the Shift, and then hit Control C and Control V. What?
Oh, that worked.
Click Shift and hold down Shift until you select both of these lines, and hit Control C and Control V, and then move them over here. So I just copied and pasted them so I could actually box this in. So domain and range can be used to figure out what your X and Y values are so you can just contain them within that one area. Okay, so now we need to do our range. Write what the actual range is. So it's our Y-axis going up and down. So our range is going to be, what's the lowest that the line goes? -4. Is it included? No, because of the open circle. So no, it's not. Is less than, so range is Y, so we're going to change this to a Y. Is less than 5. So range goes from, on the Y-axis, from -4 to +5. -4, y'all see where my mouse is? Because this point only goes down to -4, and then this point goes up to -5. So that's why I use -4 and +5. I was supposed to say +5. Okay, let's go to slide 28 now. Okay, these are different looking graphs than we've dealt with before. They're not lines. They have a curve to them. And they only go down to a certain point, and then they go on and on forever. So domain is our x's. So we'll start at the origin. So put your mouse on the origin. And then how far left do the x values go? But what does this arrow mean? Infinity. So it goes on to negative infinity. What about the other direction? Yeah, so the domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. So negative infinity. Oh, I gotta insert my special character, which it's still pulled up. Negative infinity is less than x is less than infinity. And now, are y'all ready for range? Okay, range is our y value. So put your mouse on the y-axis. So look at the y-axis. Go to the origin. How far down does the line go?
0.
0. Okay, how far up does it go?
Infinity.
Infinity. So how can we say that the y values are at 0 or more?
Because there's.
How could we write it as an inequality? At 0 or higher. What? Greater than? Is it also included? So since it's included, we would use greater than or equal to. So y y is greater than or equal to 0. I need to insert that symbol. Greater than or equal to. You can also type the words in here, greater than, equal to, or kind of draw a little sketch of it, and then you can put it in. Greater than or equal to 0. That is your range. Y is not below 0 at all. It only is at 0 or greater. So that symbol is a special character. Remember, you have to go to Insert, Special Characters. All right. Ready for the next one? Okay.
Yes.
So let's go here. Number 18, domain and range. So domain is your x value. So where do I put my mouse?
On the full positive 5. Positive 5.
Positive 5?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Domain is x's. Where's the x-axis?
The straight line.
Left and right.
Middle one.
Yeah. All right. So how far left does the shape of the function go? It goes to -8, but this arrow means infinity. Okay. How far right does it go? It's 8, but it continues to go to infinity. So this is going to be the same as the last one. So I'm going to come over here, copy it, Control C, paste it, Control V.
It put a C there instead of Control C.
Well, you got to hold down Control C. All right, and then our range. What axis do we look at for the range?
The y-axis.
Which is the one that is vertical.
Yeah.
So we start at the origin. We see how far down will it go?
Infinity.
Infinity. It's going to keep on going down to negative infinity. How far up will it go?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. So how can I write that the y values go up to 5 but are below 5? How would I say that? What? Yeah, very good. So y is less than or equal to 5. Yep. Y, I need to insert that symbol. Less than or equal to positive 5. Oh, I don't like how it changed that. Nope. There we go. Okay, are you all caught up?
Yes.
All right, go to slide 29 now. Let's look at 19. Identify the domain. So domain is what values? X. So we start on the x-axis and we start at the origin and we go left. You always do left and right first for domain. So how far left will it go? Negative 4. How far right will it go?
Positive 5.
5, yeah, positive 5. So we are going to list them in order from least to greatest. So it'll be negative 4. And then what inequality symbol do I use? Less than, and it's open circle, so we're going to use less than. What variable is domain? X. And then it goes over to 5. But what symbol do I put in?
Negative.
Oh, no.
Negative.
No.
Positive.
Less than or equal to. Insert symbol less than or equal to. Because it is a closed circle. Closed circle means less than or equal to. So less than or equal to 5. So if we were to box it in, we know it goes from negative 5. I'm going to change that color to blue for domain. And make it thicker. Control C, Control V. So I know it goes from negative 4 to positive 5. And then what about the range?
It's
Range, you start at the origin and you go see how far down it goes, how far up it'll go. How far down? Negative 4, and how far up? Positive 6. Okay, so we're going to draw a line there too to box it in. I'm going to change the color to red for range. I change the color and I make it to a 3-point. And then I hit Control C, Control V, and bring it down over here. So now it's boxed in. I can actually pull this in a little bit more, pull this one in a little bit more. So the line that has been graphed is all within this rectangle right here. So the range goes from down to negative 4 and up to 6. So we write -4 because that's as low as it goes. And it's an open circle as low as it goes, so it'd be less than. We're dealing with variable y. And then how high does it go?
+5.
+6. Because we're talking about high. And it's less than or equal to. So insert special characters, less than or equal to. And it was 6. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one's different than we've seen before. The cost of postage for a letter, weight in ounces, looks like it hits 2 points, but one of the points is open. So this is a function because they don't actually fail the vertical line test. So the domain is our x's. So weight in ounces. So it'd have to be more than 0, right? So it's at 0. So 0 is our smallest number that the weight can be. And it can't actually be equal to 0, so it'd just be a less than symbol. X. And then what is the most that it can be?
49.
No, weight, domain is your x's. So it'd be 6. And it'd be a less than or equal to because it is a closed circle. Insert special characters, less than or equal to 6. Okay, and now the range is our y's. What are the values that y can be? Let's look at our y-axis. 39, 41, 43, 45, 47, and 49. It's not continuous, so we are just going to list the numbers that y can be as a set. So we'll use the little brace thing that is right beside the P, shift, and then hit the key right beside the P, the bracket, but it's a brace. So it'd be 39, 41, and then 43, 45, and then what's the highest?
40.
Okay, so 47 and 49. That is the range, y values. It's not continuous. See how the lines are not being connected between 4 and 5 and so on? If it was connected, then we would write it as inequality, but it's not connected. All right, let's go to 30. Identify the domain. So this is a little loop-de-loop, just like a ride at Six Flags. So domain is our x values. So start at the origin with your mouse. How far left can we go?
-9.
-9. How far right can we go?
Positive
Positive
10.
8.
9. Positive
8. 8. So it goes from -9. And -9 is an open circle, so it's not included. So we would use a less than symbol. X is the variable. And then it goes, oh, that should be let's see. It goes to 8 and it is included. So that'd be a less than or equal to symbol. So insert, special characters, less than or equal to, and it is +8. So -9 to +8. Okay, and then our range is we start at the origin on the y-axis and we go down to -7 and then up to +8. So down to -7. It is not included. We're dealing with the y values. And we're going up to +8, and it is included. So the highest it goes is +8 on the y-axis. So we need that symbol, less than or equal to symbol, +8. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I want you to go ahead and figure out the domain and range now. Repeat the same things that I've been doing. Go left and right for domain and down and up for range. I didn't box the other one in, but if you wanted to, you could box it in. Okay. So our domain is left and right. So we start at the origin, go to the left as far as we can go, which would be a -9. So -9, and it is included. So we need that symbol less than or equal to. X. And then how far right will it go? +4. But it is not included because that is an open circle, so it's just less than 4. Do you wonder why we always use less than and not greater than?
Because it's
Negative.
Well, because how do we start?
With the negative.
left or right.
Left to right, which is least to greatest. That's why. All right, let's go to identify the range. So range is start at the origin, and we're going to see how far we did go down. You can go down to -6, but what's the lowest that it'll go?
Negative.
-8.
-8, and it is included because that's a closed circle on that point. So -8, and it's included, so we're going to use the symbol less than or equal to. And we're dealing with y because it's range. And so -8 is less than y. And then how far up does it go?
-6.
Positive 5.
+5.
Let's go.
Is it included on +5?
Yes.
Yeah, it touches. It's not open there. It just kind of goes through it. So it would be or equal to. How far did it go up? I forgot. 5. Okay. There we go. All right, and that is all we're going to do today. Tomorrow we'll finish that worksheet 4.1.
We have to share with